I'm gonna start talking about the arranger. At first I thought it was bad, but then I was like, damn, this is not that bad. One of the biggest things that you will need to understand is that this loop point is very important to anything that you got to do editing wise. And to edit certain things where you want to delete stuff or whatever, you will have to adjust the loop point itself, and you will have to highlight the track. So let me go ahead and make sure that you understand that this right here will be used a lot too, because you squinch in, squinch out, you probably tap on something and start squinching and all this other stuff, and then you still want to mess with this because this timeline is correlating to everything that's in this right here, which is the piano grid right here, because you can record inside of your inside of the arranger. You got your BPM there, you got your recording automations there, you have how many bars that you want or whatever. So what we did, we have a 4-bar loop here. So we have this 4-bar loop, and what I want to do is make this 4-bar loop into an 8-bar loop. How would I do that? It's pretty simple. I would just hit edit, and then I'll hit double length, similar to what it was on 2.0. You can click on that, double length, boom, and now it's 8 bars. If I double it again, what will it be? It will be 16 bars. Main thing that you have to understand is this right here. How many bars it will be your intro? How many bars will be your verse? How many bars will be a hook? And this is why you want to do that, or if you want the hook to be at the very beginning, because the longer or the more you're not understanding how to arrange stuff, all you guys, I'm fully confident that you know how to arrange stuff. No, there's no disrespect in that at all. When you arrange stuff inside of here, you will be able to get it done quickly, because remember, the loop point is like your copy and paste basically. So when you have whatever highlighted, you can highlight the verse and then the hook and move it over. If you already completed a verse and a hook, or whatever you call it, chorus, I don't know how people call it, I just call it a hook, god damn it. And when you paste it over, that will be the second verse, and then you can edit stuff down again or bring stuff back. Simple. 4 bars will be the intro, of course. After the 4 bars, the song will start. So the song will start after 4 bars, right? And I just need like 16 bars. I'm not gonna do 16 bars, by the way. Double length. Now we got 16 bars. Then we double that, and it'll be 32. This is where things can get a little complicated. Now, one thing I forgot to say is if you want to bounce down your audio so it's a sample, let's just go ahead and bounce it down. I want to bounce down this. I'm going to bounce it down to a audio track. My bad. I don't want to bounce it down to a sample. I want to bounce it down to an audio track. Bouncing it down to a sample is cool. What it will basically do is keep it within all the stuff that you recorded in the grid. You need to make a decision if you want to bounce down a track or freeze or flatten a track before you start moving or whatever. But just for purposes, for like the bajillionth time, I want to show you that you can have your audio track right here. Now, also you got to make sure that you understand that this particular track, and see if this track is or isn't muted. You can also delete the track. So if I was to delete the track, it would be like right here. You can also mute audio too. So that was one of the things that Andy showed off. Like you can only mute audio. You can't mute MIDI. So that's one thing that wasn't clear. So if you use the mute, it goes away. It's not cute colored anymore. Unmute, boom. Let's go ahead and make a intro. So the intro, I said I wanted only 4 bars, right? And also you need to make sure that your TC is set to 1/16 or whatever you want it, because you want the loop point to loop properly. That might be the one thing that, so I want all this, right? But I don't want, since it's an intro, I do not want certain tracks. Like I don't want the drums. So that I have, now that I have this loop point, I can go and press edit and choose erase. And on all MPCs, you have erase. So make sure that you choose the track, sequence, delete all. I don't want the automation or anything. Boom. And now you see that there's nothing on this track right here, which I believe is the kick. I still have everything else. So what I want to do, I want to delete everything else. So I'm going to continue this. This is where the eraser button is going to come in handy. A button that most people don't talk about, including my damn self. I ain't going to even hold you. So I don't want the bass line to be there. And this is the importance of other aspects of the workflow. You need to name the tracks. So this track is the sample. So I'm going to name this the sample. Or it's already named the sample itself, but I'm going to name this the sample track. Boom. After that is the bass line. I know that for sure. I got a double tap. That's a new gesture, by the way. So I'm going to move on. And then I will, did I say 12 bars? So this is 4 bars, 4, 8, and then 12. So that's what we're going to do because we're only going to do 12 bar. I ain't going to do 16 bar. So I know I ain't going to use those strings in the first part of the beat. That's for the hook. So let's go ahead and erase that. That's gone. I know I don't want the bells to be, but right here, let's use the bells on those particular bars. So I will delete it from right here. We don't want the bass to drop in, out. Let's go ahead and play the verse. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oops. I need to actually get the bass. I might have to undo that. And then we're going to listen to it all the way up to the alleged hook part. I don't want the bass right here. I will make an adjustment. This right here is definitely a main concern for everybody. Like, people are like, man, if I don't perfectly copy something over, how do I get rid of it? Well, you get rid of it the exact same way. Or actually, there's 2 different ways. So let's explore that. I know I do not need the rest of this right here. Remember, this right here is 4 bars. We want an 8 bar hook, right? So if you want to measure that shit out, see, my hook starts right here. So that's 4. And then the other part is 8. So I know that's the measurement for the hook. And then I just get rid of this, all this stuff right here. And this is how you would do that. You would go into edit. And then you'll see delete bars. Once you see delete bars, you can delete the bars. You can also insert bars too. Okay? Boom. So let's delete the bars. Bars from 25 to 32. Boom. And if you're wrong, of course you can, I look like I'm wrong as fuck. Yes, I am. Oops. You can undo it. All right, so now that I have the verse and all that shit, where do we go next? It's as simple as this right here. So I'm going to edit. I'm going to copy bars, I believe. So copy bars. And it asks me how many copies do I want. So I know if I want 3 people to rap on it, I would do 2 more copies of this right here. Okay? I do 2 more copies of that. You know, if I want just another verse on there, a verse, and then a hook, then I can use 1 copy. So I just go ahead and I guess replace. And it will be there. Now the next thing I can do, maybe I want to have the same intro. Let me actually use some of these shortcuts too. I can change the loop and end point right here. Adjust that. Start point. Let's go to the very beginning. Let's go over here. After bar 4. Oh yeah, and the other thing too, when you copy in bars, you can choose which last bar you want to use. After bar 44? So we have 44 bars? Okay. I didn't pay attention. Yeah, and there it is. It's at the end now. Just turn loop off and then play it from right here. Play it from right here. So this is the theory, the last part. And this is the whole track. I mean, you can still do other things to it. Instances of what I chopped up, right? Go right over here. Let's work on something different. First, of course, I gotta get used to using this because this is much faster, by the way, than trying to draw around in the screen. Your cue links are much faster. Maybe I just want that shit. I can start recording immediately and change it instead of doing different sequences. And if I wanted to change up the drums or whatnot, if I wasn't an idiot, you don't want to explode your drums before you do all your drum alterations, clearly, because then you would have to do it per track, and I don't want to do it per track. But if I wanted to change up the drums or anything else, I wanted to change up the bass, so let's change that up. Simple, just like that. Instead of erasing, deleting things in the arranger, is it possible to record track mute automations, especially when you don't want to delete the whole entire bars? Yes. Yeah. The way you would do it now, or as of this update. Oh, you know what? I'm too lazy. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just name the tracks. If you want to do the whole track muting thing, make sure that you mute the whatever you need to mute before you go into automation. Remember, if you use automation, it will automate shit. So if you don't do that, it's going to be annoying. Matter of fact, let me make this into a group. Let's make these into a group here. We're going to put that in group one. Group one, all the drums. Group one. So I don't have to do nothing but press one pad when muting my drums. Okay, we're good. We move away from that. All right. So I guess I'll add that and then bring the drums in. All right. Mute it. Okay, cool. Very important. You don't have to press record either. Just press play start. I fucked up, but whatever. And here it goes, it's playing back. So yes, you can add your track mutes in there after doing all your whole entire sequencing. So if you are into the whole track muting thing, you don't want to edit stuff into the arranger because you're not comfortable with it, but you want to duplicate your bars all the way to like how many bars you need for your track or whatever, then all of that is still here.